The following is a presentation on targeting early numeracy, known as TEN, and QuickSmart. Both are intervention programs designed at developing early arithmetic skills. The following is a comparison and analysis of the two intervention programs and outlines the benefits, limitations, and impacts on children and the classroom. TEN is a K-2 program and it is designed to develop the early numeracy skills of K-2 students. There is a target audience for this program, however, it is actually designed to cater for all students in a given class. This is important because K-2 students need these early numeracy skills to be able to progress to more advanced tasks and concepts later on in their mathematics learning. Students that are requiring extra assistance are benefiting from being in targeted groups. So students who are requiring more assistance can work with their task at their own level with their own group. And as children's understanding develops, they are moved up into different groups to suit their needs. This is a daily intervention and students aren't able to stay in class. There are clearly designed grouping and activities which allows this to be a successful program because it is designed to cater to everyone's needs and allows all the children to stay inside the classroom and learn together. This enables the teacher to ensure that there are no misunderstandings in all the students, as some students are perceived to be doing well but actually have some gaps in their knowledge. TEN is a targeted program and typically it is in low socioeconomic schools, but it caters to the needs of all students. Students working below grade are with a group and they are working on activities to develop their understanding. Students working at grade are working with a group of students that are also working at grade developing their understanding, and students that are working beyond grade are working on tasks that are suited to them as well. TEN helps teachers identify and assess specific learning needs of children and enables them to be placed in the correct group for where they are in their understanding of mathematics. For example, if they are counting on and back, they would be in the counting on and back group because they are able to do this concept. As they develop and learn more strategies used in addition and subtraction, they may move on to the next group, the facile group. Short and focused lessons are typical of TEN. They enable students to have lots and lots of practice of using strategies that they are comfortable with and developing and enabling them to move forward. Funding is provided by the Education Department and therefore schools do not need to outlay any further money. Therefore, this program can be implemented without any further cost to the school. One of the benefits of TEN is that all children are experiencing intervention regardless of their ability. While the target audience are children working below grade average, children working at grade average and beyond grade average should receive intervention as well, because it is equitable that every child in a classroom should be able to receive extra support to extend their learning. With TEN, this is possible as it is an in-class intervention program. So children working at grade average and children working above grade average both receive activities that are able to extend their learning. TEN schools are identified by NAPLAN performance and it is funded by the Education Department. Therefore, schools that really need support and intervention to develop their children's learning outcomes are receiving it. In TEN time, no children are removed from class. This is beneficial because the target students who really need the intervention, often in other intervention programs, are withdrawn from class. Due to the nature of busy schools, this can often be during other subjects or perhaps a different element of mathematics. Therefore, children that are already behind are missing out even more on mathematics. TEN is beneficial because because it is conducted during the regular mathematics block. Therefore, no children are missing out and all children are benefiting from the intervention program. It helps teachers understand how children learn mathematics and cater to their needs. Therefore, teachers are better able to teach the concepts of mathematics and children are better able to learn it because it is targeted specifically to their needs. There are limitations to the TEN program. The first is there is limited evidence and research to show that it is a successful program. However, in my experience as a classroom teacher, I have seen firsthand the improvement in students' mathematical skills after being exposed to the TEN program. It enables children to have lots and lots of practice at developing these arithmetic skills, and often after a short time it becomes second nature to them and they are able to get much more fluent and faster and often can recall number facts. The TEN training is delivered by a school facilitator. Therefore, teachers are not going off to training and receiving it from the same person. Therefore, training can often be changed a little bit due to the fact that it is provided by lots of different people. Teachers are also expected to implement a program that they are not fully trained in. Therefore, teachers are experiencing difficulty implementing the program because they have only learnt about certain parts. It makes it difficult to deliver it effectively, and often the program is not implemented to its best ability because the teachers are not fully aware of the whole program as they are trying to implement it. Therefore, teachers should be able to go to a training day and learn the whole program and have refresher lessons throughout the course of the year. This would be a much more beneficial way to deliver the training for the program and enable the teachers to better implement it into the classroom. QuickSmart is a program that withdraws pairs to work with a different teacher. They are given addition and subtraction problems and it is aimed to build their fluency and their ability to recall number facts. Over time, it is hoped that exposure to these problems of addition and subtraction will enable them to instantly recall or quickly recall number facts. This frees up room for them to concentrate on more difficult or advanced mathematical concepts and problems. The program is aimed at Year 5 to Year 8 students. QuickSmart, as mentioned previously, is a targeted intervention that increases fluency and quick recall of mathematical facts. This enables the students to have more success in different tasks rather than being bogged down in trying to figure out the more simple addition and subtraction facts needed to complete the task. Students have 3 30-minute sessions a week which they are withdrawn from their class for. Prior to participating in the program, children are given a computer-based assessment which is used to determine exactly their knowledge and skills before beginning the program. The benefits of QuickSmart. The first benefit is there is an increased fluency and quick recall of number facts, allowing children to have more success in more complicated tasks. As they have more success, students involved will become more confident in maths. The students involved in this intervention program are students that are experiencing a great deal of difficulty in mathematics. They often have low confidence because they are quite far behind their peers. Therefore, it is important that they are building their confidence because often they may have a not so positive outlook on mathematics. As their confidence builds, their enjoyment of mathematics also increases and that is due to them having a successful experience in mathematics. Research shows improvement in mathematics as a result of QuickSmart. Therefore, there are benefits of this intervention program for the students involved. There are limitations to this QuickSmart program. Students are being withdrawn from their classrooms and missing out on learning, which often puts them further behind. Due to the busy nature of schools, students aren't often withdrawn at the most beneficial time because often there are a number of students completing the intervention program. Therefore, students may be withdrawn during literacy time or during other KLAs, or perhaps they are withdrawn during mathematics while they are completing another strand, perhaps 2D or 3D shapes. Students being withdrawn may actually be able to successfully complete those strands of mathematics, and by missing out, they are being put further behind. Are children really learning through being drilled? These students are being rote learned into learning the addition and subtraction facts. So the question begs, are they really learning what this means, or are they just remembering that they were told that 13 plus 5 equals 18, but they don't understand the concepts behind why it equals that, or how to reach that answer? Staff need to be allocated to take out the children in pairs for 90 minutes a week. This money needs to come from the school budget. Could these staff be better utilised in the school, perhaps being put into classrooms and working with small groups with children who are experiencing difficulty? That way, they are not missing out on what they are learning. Staff also need to be available for training for the program, plus computers need to be available for the assessment. This type of intervention is quite demanding on the school because they need to allocate staff to be assessed in it, and they need to ensure that the resources are available to effectively implement this program. They need to have an area for the students to work in pairs with their teacher when they are withdrawn from class, and they need to make sure that computers are available as a resource, otherwise the program is not going to be a success. Therefore, there are a number of limitations to the QuickSmart program. Both QuickSmart and TEN are intervention programs that have their benefits and disadvantages. Joker suggests that students can often be perceived to have limited understanding, but can surprise their teachers. Therefore, the TEN intervention strategy is beneficial for those types of students because it does an assessment to determine where they are and put strategies in place to improve their understanding. Therefore, some students may be perceived as having a limited understanding, but may just be lacking in one or two areas of the early arithmetic skills. A program like TEN will enable them to develop their skills. Once this is completed, they may be able to experience a great deal of success because they have learnt those early skills that was holding them back. Teachers need to be careful at labelling students. No two children with mathematics difficulties have the exact same experience. A blanket program like QuickSmart can be detrimental to students because it is not catering to their exact needs. QuickSmart is a program that gives drills to students to improve their fluency. For some students this may work, but for some students it isn't necessarily what they need. A program like TEN targets students at their level. Therefore, they are grouped into what level they are working at, and they can work on those skills to improve their understanding. For one student, it might just be counting that they have difficulty with. For others, it may be addition or subtraction. They may not experience difficulty with all of those areas, but for some they may. That program would be beneficial because students are able to experience intervention in a wide variety of mathematical skills for early on mathematical skills. As Vander Hayden and Codding describe, whole class intervention is better than being withdrawn. Children that are withdrawn in a program like QuickSmart are often put behind their peers. TEN is a program that caters to targeted students but doesn't withdraw them. In fact, it actually caters to all students, enabling all students to get the intervention that they need. It shouldn't just be students working below grade average that experience intervention. In my experience and my opinion, all students are equal and they all should experience intervention to further push them in their learning. In my comparison, I have found that the better of the two intervention programs was TEN. TEN is a beneficial program and I have seen it in my own teaching experience to be successful. It enables all students to be catered to, all students are able to be extended, and the targeted students are receiving the support that they need. TEN also has a sister program for years 3 to 6 called TOWN, and therefore students exposed to TEN are able to continue their learning in a very similar way with the TOWN program. The TEN program is funded by the Department of Education, and students are not withdrawn from the room. The intervention is given in the room and doesn't push students that are experience difficulty further behind their peers. All in all, I have found that TEN, through my analysis and comparison and personal experience, to be a fantastic intervention program. While there is no research to support this, I have seen it firsthand, in my experience. I hope you have enjoyed this presentation and comparison on TEN and QuickSmart.